to do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations and ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown.
It's time for
one final battle between hope and despair.
She said it. Dang. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Howling Alpha, the host, Alphasuri. Today's a very special day, not other than we're continuing Danganronpa, but we also reached 100 wolves. I'm so excited. A pack of 100. I can't believe we are this far on YouTube. Give it a little clap right now. This is super excited for me. I don't know. That's why I probably have a big old smile on my face. But before I have to do that, I'd like to introduce a couple of wolves. Welcome, Daddy Dragon Gaming. Thank you so much for joining us. Vastos TV, thank you so much for joining as well. Waffle Games, thank you so much. Blood Tier 21, I appreciate you being here. Old Gamers Never Die, thank you so much. I am happy to have you. And another wolf, I don't have any idea how to pronounce your name. I'm super sorry about that, but your name is displayed here for everyone to see. Thank you so much for being here. I just don't want to butcher your name. I know I can't. I suck at Spanish. But, yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for coming and joining the wolf pack. I'm super excited. I hope you stay for a long time and enjoy my videos. And without further ado, let's just get right back into Danganronpa. Okay, let's see. If I can remember, yeah, we were in the dumpster. We were about to get executed, and yeah, okay. I remember it all too well. What had happened? Yeah, Alter Ego saved me, definitely. He used up his last little bit of his strength to do it, which I thought he died. Like I don't know how he came up to be. So I can't give up now. For myself, for my friends, and with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was start looking for a way out of here, obvious. Well, I don't know. If I fell that far, I would probably be paralyzed, crack neck, you know, brain mashed into pieces. But, let's see. Door. This looks like the only thing. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Rattle, rattle. Okay. How many times I pushed and pulled and kicked at it? It didn't budge. Well, yeah, there's a big old lock in front of it. You just think it's gonna... There's not even any handles. How are you rattling something? It's literally a door with a big old lock key. There's no handle. But okay. Me with the seats. There's no sitting at the class trial. There's no seats to get. But it's a game. I know. Too technical. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, might as well look for food, right? I said look around for some food. It's all rotten here. Plenty of food here, but it's all, yeah, it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. I'm pretty sure you can, yeah, next search for water. There's gotta be, I know it's nasty, but water bottles, there's gotta be at least some liquid in there. I mean, it could be, you know, backwash for some people, but water's water at this state of survival. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all around bad idea? Water. Just stick with water. Don't stick with any other drinks. Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. Good job, Makoto. After making a proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and interrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. It's true. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, I felt like the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Oh, someone threw trash down. What the? Well, he's surprised. It's a trash chute. There's gonna be trash falling. The strange sound pierced the silent isolation, jarring me awake. Trash. Ew. As I watch a pile of garbage jostle and form an odd shape, right? Don't tell me Robo Justice just came down. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. Makoto, again, look where you are. What could it have been? Trash? Alright, I'll play along. What is it? Did a giant piece of trash fall down here? Carefully stretched out my hand towards whatever it was. I tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
Kyoko! A giant piece of trash? Rude. Oh wait, that's her. Oh gosh. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Rude. Oh, you got a couple. Girl, you got a couple of noodles on your head. Kyoko!
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. I mean, what do you expect? She fell with the garbage. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash and faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Oh, thank gosh, water and buns. Go ahead, eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Dude, I bet I'm scarfing that thing down. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out in front of me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth, making its way towards my stomach. Phew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. That's true. Alright, Kyoko, you got some explaining to do, because you threw me under the freaking bus. I risked being freaking, what's the word? I can't, there we go. Executed for your little, lie there. So, you got some explaining. We're not leaving this until you tell me. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me? She felt freaking guilty, of course. To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So I knew that I knew. So you knew that I knew. Of course. She gave some big old hints, and, you know, I guess what being a friend is. You die for your friend, I guess.
Indeed.
Even though, technically, they're not friends. Because they don't have any memories or anything of them being friends, so they're just forming a new, like, alliance, basically. In my opinion. But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. Well, yeah, you let me die. Trash. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't. Yes, you did abandon Makoto. Don't be nice right now. I mean, accept her apology, but don't throw it off as if it was just nothing. You almost freaking died. Not other than died. Murdered. You know how painful? I don't know. Maybe it could have been a quick death. But you definitely feel something with that huge metal-like, what do you call it? I don't know, some smashing mechanic. I don't know what it's called right now. Anyways, continue. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, but I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive no matter the cost. Yes, this is the whole reason why I wanted to know. Come on, tell me. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. Thank goodness you can. The reason I have to survive...
In other words...
is that so I can do what I came to the school to do. Oh, so your memory has come back. Okay, great. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for a very important reason. Well, tell me this important reason, Kyoko. You have some reason to come to Hope's Peak? Okay. Everybody has a reason to come to Hope's Peak Academy. At least, you know, from the beginning, before all this crazy stuff happened. Either education, money, success, you know, career-wise. That's mainly everyone's reason here. So, for Makoto to say, you got a reason to be here? Everyone does. Even you. You had a reason to be here. Okay, anyways.
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once. Until recently, I've forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... Yeah. She lost her memory. She has amnesia. That's why everyone was so mean to her. Or Byakuya was mean to her. Everyone else kind of... they can't really have an opinion because they don't really follow their own views. They kind of just go with the crowd, basically. Then, is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted and woke up and I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, but when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I came to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient, yeah. It'd be, you know, a coincidence if maybe one of y'all or two out of the 16 or so, but not every single person. Are you saying you think we lost our memory because...
Indeed.
I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's the only reason I can come up with, because of my purpose, my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the masterminds just stole your memory from you?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories have been connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I have been investigating things by myself this whole time. But what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you? Probably because if everyone tried to help her, she wouldn't get anything done. The mastermind would have been suspicious. Because the mastermind can't technically, you know, control Monokuma, and so there would be parts in the time where she found the opportunity to go back. Anyways.
Why is that?
If I did that, we would all work as one. The mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind could actually be one of us. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that last part. Definitely. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make it too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind is one of us. If she believed that, then of course she wouldn't trust anyone around her. Which in this case only makes sense that she would work into her missing memories by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because amongst everyone, you were the least likely to be a mastermind. It was an intuition, but Makoto can't be the mastermind because of multiple reasons. But okay, yeah, I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like you could have been the mastermind. I mean, it would be suspicious that he didn't die out of all the executions. Could make him a huge target if we weren't him, you know?
I understand.
It scared me for a second. I don't know what the heck. He was like looking at me.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Yes, you said that before. It's just like my dream I had before, but why did it just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right? Okay, here we go, keeping secrets from freaking Kyoko again. You already learned your lesson once.
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I've never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Alright, okay, can we leave? Hey! A giant rocket, yeah. That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Alright, Kyoko, do you have the key? I better talk. Oh. Why don't we just keep talking then? You said you had a reason for doing all this investigation on your own. So how'd it turn out? Were you able to remember everything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Yeah, what? You mentioned your ability. My ability that everyone should have known me for. The ultimate detective. I called it already. Her outfit's a big giveaway, by the way. She freaking looks like a detective. From just all around. And the way she handles and examines bodies and situations, she's the most precise and knowledgeable, logical person in situations. So that it's a big, not a big giveaway, but it's definitely, you notice the connections right away. The ultimate detective.
Correct.
And the reasons I came to the Academy was there was someone I had to find here at the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Well, didn't expect it to be your father. But wow. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope Peaks Academy. Kyoko's dad. Is Hope Peaks Academy's mastermind headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us that he thought the headmaster was involved. He was involved in the fact that he was connected to Kyoko, not the mastermind.
Huh?
No matter what?
Yeah, she was having that whole, like, emotional stress there. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when I said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose of coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that I had to protect him. I only said that I felt based on what I've seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, and the desk drawers were dumped on the floor. The only conclusion I could come was someone who didn't know where anything was had been there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using this key I found. But why there? Because I also found it's in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map.
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Host Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Makuro's profile and that key. The map showed the second floor was home of a number of students meant for faculty use. For some of the staff must have been to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that was true, then the room could have most likely been more clues, so when I went to go check,
Correct.
and that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose is to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. Ooh, okay. So what was it like? Part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever is going on in the school is more horrific than I ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain. You'll need to see it for yourself. Oh, I'm going straight for it. And I'm sure you'll get a chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be very important. Heck yeah! And really ominous. So there's no cameras at all. So she could completely... That's why she completely could have disappeared. Okay. Can we go to this door, please? Kyoko, I better...
However...
Of course, I got to the second floor dorms, and there were no cameras or monitors. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It had to do with Makuro Ikusabe.
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. Obviously, she was dead before. I knew that it wasn't you either. I knew you were right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did?
Anyway,
Monokuma, that's what I was thinking. Or they used the dead, or Monokuma didn't kill her. Ikusaba. No. It had to be Ikusaba. Because what I had originally, or just thought of, is Monokuma didn't actually kill her, but could have used an older body than another student. But we already confirmed it was Ikusaba, and we'd never seen her before. So, it had to be Monokuma. Before all the fighting and investigation happened, like, before all this, she was already dead. Before we started. So, you know. It's my thoughts. What can I say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trials Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. To get you killed.
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared. In retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That this thing was totally rigged. The whole trial was rigged. I already knew from the beginning. That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
In other words,
Then the mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with the rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use a class trial to do it. The mastermind could have stepped in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Ikusaba, or yeah, whatever, you know her name. What's that? There was a point where Makuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. Yeah, because whoever is in that mask tried to eliminate me during my sleep. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... Yeah, that person.
I
could hear them, you know? The footsteps of the God of Death. What? I could hear the God of Death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway,
So, which is exactly what had happened to you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw the white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw a shadow go into your room. So she was there.
correct.
But she wasn't that person. She was there to actually protect me. And to read me, of course.
However,
Dude, I want to see that fight. I want to see freaking Kyoko roundhouse kick him. That would have been cool. That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them. I hadn't led them to. Whoever the Mask of Silence was, they ended up dead.
correct.
Or they switched. And their murder was disguised in the dojo key wound up in my room. And it had to be the work of the mastermind. In any attempt to use a class trial to eliminate me. So this would mean that whoever killed Makuro is also the mastermind,
Indeed.
right? I don't have the conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if it's true. It means that the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, does that mean they created another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try to kill you. They could have interfered, right?
Correct.
You're right. This is a contradiction. But not just Makuro. They needed a class trial to kill me, and it seems ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it mean? What does it all mean?
In other
It
words,
means that the mastermind is one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just give me a little more, and I could have figured, and I should be able to figure it out, the mastermind's identity. The identity of the ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Makuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think that the Ultimate Despair is just one person. Yeah, the Ultimate Despair we read was like a group of people, right? So it could have been more than one person. It's not.
Indeed.
Do you think about the Ultimate Despair seems to be implicated whoever caused the event? You're talking
That's
about
right.
what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the Ultimate
It
Despair?
would seem...
That's despicable. That despicable group whose only purpose is to motivate comes from despair. Then they're,
Indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that forced us to go through all this. That is the Ultimate Despair, and that is our enemy. Dang! 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie. Dang. Still 6 students, man. Dang! That's good. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I got a rocket, by the way. Ooh, for me, that's the achievement. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. The Ultimate Despair. A group of people who caused a tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together a killing game and began broadcasting all around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally become revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. It really stinks down here. Come on, let's go. Get out of here. Come on, get the key. Rattle, rattle. Do we have a way to open the door? Oh my gosh, Kyoko, open the door. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Want to come a secret tool that you get from her messenger?
Indeed.
Of course I do. This is obviously a vital part of the ensnaring of the Mastermind. I would never part without it. And can you open that door in the school? It can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Come on, open the door, Kyoko! Please! Hey, Kyoko, can we use that key to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko put the key in some key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it through the keyhole. And then click. Yes, it's open.
Indeed.
Now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape to the garbage pit. Let's get out of this place, man. Finally. We were finally free. But there was even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight has just began. Wow. Danganronpa. That was cute. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending up straight like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up to There was a metal ladder up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Dang, that's a long ladder. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where we were ended. We climbed into darkness. Especially with Makoto not having that much strength. The passage was long and so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. That's kind of scary. Like, if you were by yourself climbing that ladder, and you hear even the slightest thing, like something's climbing up behind you, oh, you know that adrenaline rush would kick in. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. Hey Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. So, you said you were the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember, I have become a long line of detectives. Detectives' work is in my blood. There was a time where when beginning a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family was always seeing it that way. Then your family is famous.
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even amongst the actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family's tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we would take pride in it. pride.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice or evil. That's how we can uncover the absolute truth. We can neutral all things, and we do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why I've made it a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
The kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family's creed. I do what I must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains why she's freaking, by herself all the time and kept, you know, everything private. Yes. No one heard me. Okay.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh?
in
order to enter Hope's Academy, I had to reveal myself to the school. Oh, I forgot about that. So yeah. I did it knowing that it was something a true Kurogiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave that up, is that pride? The reason you would go that far to enter Hope's Academy. It was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. Why do I get the feeling that she doesn't like her dad very much? Like, if she heard, because that face she made when she figured out that headmaster was, you know, somewhere in the school, she didn't act happy. She acted the absolute opposite. Like, she wanted to fight him. So, did he do something specifically to make her so upset? Like, in her field, not like in her personal life. Or is she just wants to find him to have like a personal disconnect, or like asking questions like why he left kind of thing? Because I feel like she's a lot of anger inside her when it comes to her dad. So I don't think she wants to reconnect. I think she wants to destroy. I don't know. That's what I get from her personality, honestly.
what?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect. Yeah, see? She had no desire. Huh? But you're reuniting after all those years, right? You wouldn't have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk about but my father.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is that?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Serve? The last time I saw him, I was so very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was aligned to become the next head of the Kurogiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
However,
But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. So basically, she was put in orphanage, I guess, because if her mother died and he ran away, he could have taken her with her. Like, sure, he doesn't want to be a detective, but you still gotta be responsible and adult and, you know, caring father to reassure security and safety to your child. I mean, your child can go wherever she wants to, like detective work or anything. If she wants to be a detective, he could have still taken her with her, you know? But that's just my thought. Yeah. And he went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And as young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Okay. Thank him for leaving me? Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. Oh, okay. So she thinks that she would have become someone else if he took her out of the picture of their family's legacy. I still think, I don't know, this is just me, I still think she could have, you know, she could have went with him, still, you know, did detective work. And when she got old enough, she could have went back to her grandparents, you know, to form the legacy. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know family situation, so I can't really say much. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. I mean, if she's happy, she's happy. But, you know. I don't know what she wants to cut ties with him. She could have just never came back, you know? But I guess there's a part of her that actually wants to see him again. You know. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had a chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. She was expressionless most of this game, Makoto. You don't know her that well. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. She might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what everyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
there is one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind, like I said. I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. What? They only saw me as a little girl that was abandoned by her father. Are some families really like that? Like... See, I have no idea. That must suck though, like, honestly. To be judged and looked at based upon something that you had no control over, but you still tried to live the way you want to live, and, you know. I couldn't imagine. Especially as a little young child that she was, that sticks to you a lot emotionally. You know, how people see you and interact with you. It evolves your character and personality into something like her. Man. Alright. That's how you see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him off like that?
Wrong.
Your only connection is through blood, nothing more. Hey, now that's actually a good point. So, just because you're bound by blood, or connected by blood or whatever, doesn't mean you're family. Like, I've got very, very close friends that I call my family as well. And some connections and friends and other people in my life are definitely a lot closer than some of my family and through blood. So, I can get that. Family is the people you stick with through choice and love. So, alright. I'm not going to go anything deeper than that, so we're good. Let's continue. We are connected by heart and soul, no?
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? See? It's true. Only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. Yeah, most people that don't know or haven't lived in that sort of situation wouldn't ever understand. So instead, I said nothing. Probably the right thing. We just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence, and after I didn't know how long, We finally reached the top. Oh my gosh. He's about to get blinded by the light. Being in that dark room, climbing that dark ladder, his eyes are gonna hurt as soon as he opens that door. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope Academy is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we come up. It's unlocked. I unlocked it earlier, so we wouldn't. So it should open without much trouble. I was just about to say, isn't there a lock above there? Well, here goes nothing. I reached my hand up and pushed it against the hatch. I'm like waiting for my eyes to be blinded. Hold on. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna like show some animation where it's like shines bright light. Okay. It looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't say we're safe and sound. At least we're out of there. Now we're back at Hope Street Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I would have never gotten out of here without you. No thanks necessary. I just returning the favor. Oh bullcrap, we're friends. We're good. Okay, let's go. Let's get out of here. So what's the next step once we get out of here? Oh my gosh. Quit relying on people, Makoto, so much. Just figure it out. So now what do we do? I'm glad you didn't die, of course, but if there's a mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
Be worried. Yeah, of course.
So then
let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Dude, she's got more audacity and bravery than any of them here. Like, Makoto, learn something from this woman. Wait, that's...
However...
If we're trying to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're figured out. And that's not like we can run away. Yeah, that's true. Matter of face it head on. I mean, she's got security cameras everywhere. They know where we are. They probably like looking at us right now. As I said, there's no point in nearby surveillance. Yeah. So you're trying to say rather than stressing over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. I don't think that's gonna happen either. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind's ensnared. You said something about that before. What does that mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposing during the investigation of Makoto's death. There was a moment where the mastermind could have let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. I feel like my hair or something. And it'd be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiation. Still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be at the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Let's do this! Let's confront him. Woo! Oh. Wrong way. Yeah, let's go! Let's get out of here, man. Oh, I'm ready. Wait. Can we get something to eat first?
Shall we?
Fine. Wow. Red door, gym should be this one? No, that's yeah. Nope, not the gym. Just kidding, guys. Gym's this way. Oh, man. Come on. Let's go, Kyoko. Let's go ruffle them up.
Well now, well now, well now, well now.
Sup, Monokuma? Back from the dead. Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react.
Pum, pum.
You're supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What are you gonna do?
Shing.
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. So now I gotta punish you again!
Angry.
And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, he's like looking at me like, help!
Right.
Do whatever you feel like you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that matters to you, right?
Huh?
I
Hey.
lose. It went way too fast. Hold on. You? Explain yourself. What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted to execute and kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as a black and then executed, right? What are you talking about?
however,
But then Makoto chose to overlook my lie, and you plan came crashing down. The results of the class trial weren't all that we were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in that response to the unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted to proclaiming Makoto as a black and tried to execute him. You made that choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. Ooh. Ooh, Monokuma, what do you got to say to that?
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. The entirety of who would throw the wrench, or so to speak, in your precious execution mechanically, alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could have come out to aid even if you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Okay. Okay, Ace Attorney. Chill. You need to chill. Makoto didn't kill Makuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which you know you love so much. If the black one was exposed, they alone would be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the black one was me and not Makoto?
Well.
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't say it like that. What is this? A comedy routine? You make it so bold claims without a sheer piece of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only one absolute truth.
Pum, pum.
And you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really is the killer, he would have feared for his life, feared for another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be even enough to convince me of the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine that everyone out there in the world think you killed Makoto. And they would assume that you killed him because he said that exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you said that you were just making it all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because you killed Makoto. If you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Dude, he is mad, man. Jeez, he's backing up in the corner. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to
then
do.
I suggest you may take my advice. So, is this evidence? So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Makuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations and ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown.
It's time for
One final battle between hope and despair.
She said it. Dang. So this
Hey.
is almost the end, huh? Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Makuro's killer and of the masterminds themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept this challenge? They'd probably just execute me without another word. No, because they want the views. They want to see everyone's hope and despair challenge. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Okay, enough with the bear jokes. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now that you've suggested it might be plausible, it would certainly make for one honey of a climax. Oh
In
my
other
gosh,
words.
Monokuma. Does this mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do this things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will you hope win out? Or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. Oh my gosh, these bear jokes for sure kill me. Alright, he agreed. We still have one shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting
You
end.
guys!
For the final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried in the school. All the mysteries. That's right. Every last mystery that are pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely
then that'll be
contain
enough to
myself!
qualify as victory for you.
It's true.
That's what I've been doing all along. Oh, very good. Then let's bear it all. Oh my gosh. Quit with the bear jokes. Please, Monokuma. We get it. You're obsessed. If you can claw your way out of the truth, Makuro's death, and solve the mysteries of the school,
You guys!
then you win. If you can't do that all, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. Then, when you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're all excited for you, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
Then you've uncovered every last truth. How will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? The one student kills another when they face a class trials held?
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And that's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Makuro's death is no exception to that. Huh? Makuro's trial is no exception, then that's part of the regulations. Which means that whoever killed Makuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyways, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already. The killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people taking a single step towards Hope Academy since the killing game began. And those 16 students... What?
listen.
Are you telling me the truth? That means Monokuma is... Whoever's controlling Monokuma is a student, basically. Which confirms that he actually killed Makuro. From the whole beginning. Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why are you so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. I'm just really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get punished later anyway. I need to start getting ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Yeah, okay.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Makoto's Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling on to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this off here. Oh my gosh, the final showdown. We have reached almost the end of Danganronpa. Wow. So we gotta uncover all the mysteries of the school. All of who have killed Makuro. So we have to reveal the mastermind. This is gonna be the ultimate final showdown. I am so excited. I'm gonna leave this off here. Hope you like it. Leave a like on this video. Lets me know and YouTube know that y'all enjoy my content. Promotes me to grow higher. Thank you so much for the 100 subscriber count. Reaching the milestone on YouTube. Super excited. I plan on doing some live stream to celebrate. So I'll keep y'all posted. Yeah, subscribe to the Wolf Pack. Always happy to have more wolves. And without further ado, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.